Right, so we're back here in the Radio Irish kitchen, and we're going to have a go at making the traditional Radio Irish Barm Brack for Halloween. We have the instructions here, and basically what you need is you're going to start off by soaking some fruit with some Barry's tea. So there's your Barry's tea. And what I did was I boiled the kettle and I took 3 tea bags from the Barry's tea there, and I soaked a big pile of fruit there. You see that? We're going to add the orange later, but for now it was a big pile of raisins and mixed fruit, and we did that overnight. So that's all set. Then we also needed 250 grams of soft brown sugar, which is right there. Okay. We'll also need 270 grams of self-raising flour, which is there. And what I like to do is I like to put in the baking soda, which we'll need. We need a level teaspoon of baking soda. So we'll do that bit now. Okay, that's about it. Let's see. Not too much, obviously, but there you go. I put that in now, just in case I forget later on, you see. Right. So that's the baking soda. I've also gone ahead and I have put some waxed paper on a regular baking tin and buttered it up a bit. So that's ready to roll. What else do we need now? 1 orange, which is my little kind of magic additive. A drop of milk, which is right there. 2 eggs, they're over there. I like to put some honey in it for some reason. Drop of honey. I've got some cinnamon here. You can use mixed spice as well if you like. And we're going to need a teaspoon of that. Is it a teaspoon? Oh dear, a half a teaspoon of baking soda. Ah well, I put in about a half a teaspoon. I think I might have put in a little too much baking soda. So it's 1 level teaspoon of mixed spice, which I didn't have. I wasn't able to find mixed spice here in America, so I'm using cinnamon. Okay, so how much of the cinnamon do we need? Let me see now. I'll just put in about that much. So there's the cinnamon, and I'm going to whisk that up like that. And those are the dry ingredients. I don't think there's anything else, is there? What I like to do when I'm baking, because I'm a bit of a featherhead in the kitchen, I like to take everything that I use away so that so that I know not to use it again. So I'll put that over there. Now, so those are the dry ingredients. I like to put in a pinch of salt as well. Do we have any salt back here? For good measure. And just whisk that up there. Right, so where are we here? Okay, so those are the dry ingredients there. I've got Sunshine Radio, Dublin, 106.8 FM, playing in the background. It's Halloween here at the Radio Irish studio, and so I thought to myself, right, well, let me add a few extras to it, like orange and honey and a couple of things there. I just kept it sultanas. I don't like those little chunky bits of mixed fruit, so I went for the sultanas. So we're making the Radio Irish Barm Brack. Right, so there's the dry ingredients. Oh, I put a bit of butter in too, so that's going to go in. And I'm going to just move those a second there now.
This is Sunshine 106 Campaign.
And microwave up the bit of butter. I'm kind of surprised there wasn't a bit of butter in the original recipe, but there you go. I always thought there was butter in Barm Brack, and there isn't in the traditional recipe, but we're deviating a bit. It's Halloween, we're deviating. So that's our melted butter there. And we're going to go for the wet ingredients now. I've just preheated the oven, by the way, to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is around the mark of 180 Celsius. And this is all going to take about 90 minutes. So in go the raisins, tea and all, I presume. And then into that we're going to add the sugar, which goes like that. And then I'm going to take my orange and I'm going to squeeze the juice of the orange in. Whoops! Trying not to get those pips in. I might have to pick the pips out now. Yeah, I got some of them in there, but I can see them at least. So let me take my pips out. There's 1, 2, and you can all, if you do happen to let the pips accidentally go in and you survive the Barm Brack, in other words you don't choke on them, you can always tell your guests they're supposed to be there for good luck, you see. Yeah, where there's a will, there's a way.
It's going to the dogs, it is.
Yes, indeed. Nothing like a traditional Irish Barm Brack for Halloween.
Crank it up there. Crank something, huh? Crank it.
And don't forget to visit us here on Facebook at facebook.com/Radio Irish. We're having lots of Halloween crack. And we've posted a lot of different interesting items there for you to enjoy this Halloween. Okay, let me get rid of that thing over here. I hate it when it's messy. Right, where are we now? Ah yes, the eggs. Always crack your egg on a table surface, never on an edge, because when you crack it on the edge, a piece of the egg, whether you can see it or not, goes inside the egg. Molecules of the egg go inside, and that's how you might get food poisoning, because the dirt is on the outside of an egg. Did you know that? Never crack it on an edge. People are always cracking their eggs on an edge and looking for trouble. Crack it on a flat surface and look at the damn thing so that you can see nothing has gone in, shell-wise. Okay? Just a little tip there. So let me get my mixing tongs again, and we're just going to mix the egg into all of that. Just like that. Perfect. Now we're going to add our butter. Nice and slow. And we're going to add our honey. Just a drizzle.
RadioIrish.com
stiffen it up a bit there. Okay. That looks about right. And now we're going to just start rolling that bit in, the dry mix, and get the damn thing to sit properly. And then I'm just going to go like that.
You're listening to Dublin Sunshine 106.8 Music.
All the way around. Mix it good. And it gets kind of frothy. That's the mixture you're looking for. And it stiffens up. It stiffens up and it gets kind of frothy. Right. Right, I think we're good there. I don't know, should I add a bit more flour? It's a little... it looks alright to me. And then we're going to skip the milk because it looks liquidy enough. Did I forget anything now? This is the part where I have to be careful. He's got a head like a sieve, so he does. Okay, where are we here? Ah, yes. We're going in here now. I probably shouldn't have both bowls in my hand when I do this. So I'll just move that one over there. And we're just going to pile it in. I don't bake a lot, I have to be honest. I'm not the greatest in the kitchen. I'll leave that to the professionals. But when I do, I usually get it right, I have to say. And so there's nothing like the real thing at Halloween. The real ghost stories. The real Barm Brack. The real bit of crack. So there you go. And that goes into the oven at, what was it, 350 Fahrenheit, 180 Celsius for about 90 minutes. So say goodbye to it now, and then the next shot you'll see will be the finished Radio Irish Halloween Barm Brack. Ah yes, the Barm Brack. And then we come back an hour and a half later, and there it is, the traditional Radio Irish Barm Brack. Me Barm Brack! Huh? I thought I'd dim the lights for this one, but let me open up the curtain now and you'll see it. It's very nice indeed. The Radio Irish Barm Brack. See that now? I will enjoy a slice of that later on tonight. Lovely all together. And a happy Halloween to all our listeners.
And a happy Halloween now to each and every one of you. Yes, indeed.